it's your boy T-Bear in Reaction. So, about to do another video based off WrestleMania. As you know, what comes before WrestleMania is one of the biggest honors of WWE, which is the WWE Hall of Fame. And one of the top headliners of the Hall of Fame that's getting inducted this year is one of the greatest managers of wrestling history as well, too. Despite the type of wrestler he represented, as he represented mostly heel. But not only was he one of the greatest managers of all time, one of the greatest promoters of all time, who gave us one of the iconic wrestling promotion of all time of the 90s and the 2000s. That's ECW. That's none other than Mr. Paul Heyman. He's also known as Paulie Dangerous, and also known as Paulie Dangerous. Anyway, so we're going to see this video from Wrestling Flashback called "What Made Paul Heyman One of the Greatest Managers of All Time." From his time with WCW, starting off as a wrestling journalist during his teenager age, getting his foot in the door and meeting a lot of great wrestlers, till becoming a commentator, reporting commentator for wrestling, to becoming the greatest manager, to starting his own promotion and going back into commentating and manager, to including the likes of Brock Lesnar and currently the tribal queen Roman Reigns. Anyway, let's get it.
1, 2, is this on?
Paul Heyman was the mad scientist behind ECW, the evil genius of SmackDown's golden era, and someone who has evolved and remained a force in wrestling for decades. He's been a manager to many of the greats, as well as the advocate and special counsel to two of the very best. For this video, we want to encapsulate his career and highlight what made Paul Heyman one of wrestling's greatest minds. Let's first look at Heyman's early career, including his original run as a heel manager as Paulie Dangerously.
Yep.
As a young, pushy photographer, Paul learned from legendary managers like Captain Lou.
He was a photographer. I thought journalist was a photographer.
Albano, classy Freddie Blassie, and the Grand Wizard. So it's no surprise how well Paulie adapted. Even in his early days, he seemed like a natural.
He's gonna rip! Hey, he knows. Yo, you see who he whipped? First Steve Austin and Mark Allen, aka Undertaker. Your stinking head off and spit right down your throat!
Right from the start, Heyman was hustling and lying by blagging his way backstage and sneaking into production meetings where he learned from legends like Dusty Rhodes. Paulie Dangerously was an arrogant Wall Street yuppie with a brick-sized cell phone.
I control everything I need to control.
Look who he also rolling with, Uso. Well, Rikishi back then he was in that spot too.
When my big money people call Paulie Dangerously.
That was not only used for constant business dealings, but also came in handy as a weapon. He was obnoxious, overbearing, and difficult to work with. Basically, his on-screen persona was almost identical to his real-life self, something that remained the same for Heyman's entire career. He was seen by many of his peers as the cockroach of the wrestling business, someone people wanted to dislike, but just had to put up with. But as we'll see, Paul was really a social butterfly with endearing qualities. Heyman was the mastermind behind Extreme Championship Wrestling. He redefined the industry by making a product for the fans. It was some of the most violent, technically proficient, and amazing high-flying action we'd ever seen, all wrapped up into one epic show, which had the most loyal, crazy, and passionate fans that would chant the company's initials in support.
Wrestling was stuck in the 1980s, and I thought it all needs to change.
Paul accentuated the strengths and hid the weaknesses of what was available to him. This was especially true when it came to his roster. Heyman had an eye for talent where he could spot a superstar before anyone else. Steve Austin was proof of this. Paul requested to work with him in WCW. However, management didn't see what Paul saw, but now in ECW, Heyman was able to give Steve the platform he deserved and could take full advantage of.
I've been crapped on for 4 years. I believe I deserve a break. I didn't get to climb a ladder to the top in WCW like this.
Heyman empowered all his wrestlers, allowing them to shed their blood, sweat, and tears on a literal canvas. Heyman encouraged and motivated the wrestlers to where they'd run through walls for him and the ECW fans. Even if he lied.
I was literally across from the 2300 arena after I was doing a gig, somewhat of a gig. One wife though, she ran the photo booth for a tea time had to for Easter. Our church.
Didn't pay everyone on time or at all.
Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance.
And I have never believed in a locker room like I believe in the locker room of ECW. We have the hardest working performers. Boy, come on.
Yo, Hack.
Come on.
Yo, Hack.
Yo, Hack.
Yo, Hack.
Come on, move that arm. Yo, Hack. Come on.
Yo, Hack.
Come on.
Towards the end of their existence, ECW struggled to balance finances after being screwed over by pay-per-view providers and TV station TNN.
God knows the network has never put out one freaking commercial or one press release to let you know that we're here. We hate this stinking network.
Yep.
Hey, network, I dare you to throw me off
Yep.
the air.
ECW came to an end, but the fans and
ready to
wrestlers
fill us
never
up,
forgot
big
how
fuckers.
much it meant to them.
I'm not crying. My eyes are red because I was in the back smoking a joint with Van Dam.
They will always have a special place in their heart for Heyman for making it all possible.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
He gave so much. People on him. I on him. My family lost money. His parents lost money.
Lord.
People who say, oh, he bounced a check on me. He's a scumbag. He's a liar. At times he was. And when you say this is a panel of a Mount Rushmore, yes. But you know what? If there's one Mount Rushmore, it should be Paul and a bunch of us standing behind him.
After ECW closed its doors, Heyman enjoyed a memorable stint on commentary with Jim Ross.
Oh man, him and Jim Ross was gold. Him going back and forth with Jim Ross was gold, man. Especially during the evasion angle. Oh yes.
You like put your arm around me so people think we're together or something?
Are you flirting with me?
RP China.
Don't you realize that the Mop had more personality than you?
Lord.
That the Mop had more charisma than you? That the Mop had more chemistry with Perry than you? I mean, can you honestly believe that you ever had a chance against a Mop? Get lost! Take a hike! I came to Washington, D.C., and I'm gonna get to see Bush!
Austin's gonna get his ass whipped.
Yup.
That's
By
right.
who?
And he
By
knocked
Kurt Angle? By Kurt Angle?
Get up there.
Get out of your
Kiss
mind!
my ass.
Oh yeah, yes, that's still my favorite segment right there. Go to hell, yeah, kiss my ass. I love it. That's still my favorite segment right there. Yup, here we go. Here we go.
Out of work again. You didn't win, Paul. Your man lost.
He had a great chemistry with JR and cut some fantastic promos on TV.
You drove everybody out of
yeah.
business, didn't you, Vince? You ran all the competition to the ground and you...
To this day, that's definitely one a promoter that puts you in the limit, because he was the heel, and supposedly Vince at the time was the babyface. But I mean, it's before we knew all the sick shit he was into. But that's a different story. But yeah, because he was speaking some shit, but again, he was the heel, and he was Team WWE was the babyface, so it was like push you in a little dilemma if you wasn't wrong with the heel. Is what I'm saying.
You stole all their ideas and you make yourself a billionaire out of it. I have been sitting like a damn corporate sellout next to that damn pig.
Heyman got the audience to dislike him enough to where he could eventually return in a significant heel role down the line. After ECW, Heyman's greatest work as a booker came during his stint as the head writer for SmackDown in 2002 and 2003. This is considered the show's greatest period, as Paul expertly utilized the strong talent he had available to him. The brand split had just occurred, so it was important for SmackDown to stand out and be different from Raw. And given how unique and innovative Heyman's ECW was, there was no better man to lead the blue brand. Yes, things were still overseen by Vince McMahon, but Paul had a lot of free reign. While Raw featured numerous long talking segments, SmackDown prided itself on being the wrestling show. Yes, there were still some suspect angles, but these were handled by Vince and Stephanie. Plus, much of the show's runtime was taken up by in-ring action.
No shit.
Heyman built his show around a core of wrestlers known as the SmackDown 6. This was a tag team program that allowed 6 singles wrestlers to feature in main events, producing in-ring clinics on a weekly basis.
Mysterio's back out here, and he's still gonna make a big impact from the top of the cage.
Edge counter.
Woo!
Angle's head snapping off the mat. German suplex. Mysterio off the ropes. Oh, look out.
What's up, man? Who's the 6 again? Hold on. I'm trying to really see what the 6 was again.
Wrestlers known as the SmackDown.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle, Edge, Ray, and Chavo. Wow, I didn't know Chavo was the 6. I was wondering who was the 6 man out of them. Yeah, wow, Chavo was like literally the 6th man.
German suplex. Mysterio off the ropes. Oh, look out.
on the top rope. With a missile drop kick connects. Look at these guys are sucking it up. Getting for this match. Oh, what a DDT off the second rope.
The show was constantly better than Raw, which the
was.
TV ratings eventually began to reflect,
no lie.
as did the house show and merch numbers when it came to the SmackDown talent. Countless wrestlers benefited greatly from Heyman's creative, including Edge, who Paul saw as SmackDown's version of Sting. Then there was Rey Mysterio, the antithesis of the wrestler WWE usually went for. Left to their own devices, the company would have likely missed the boat with Rey, but Heyman was able to show the higher-ups how amazing Mysterio was. This was aided by how much the commentators put Rey over. This was directly instructed by Paul, as after Michael Cole and Taz had called the show live, Heyman would bring them into the studio the next day to redub certain lines. Paul was able to do this because the show was taped, so Heyman could add stuff in during post-production that would have otherwise got flagged by Vince while he was in the announcer's ears during the show. This meant through the announce team, Paul could effectively tell the stories he wanted without others intervening.
That's awesome. That's true, because that is true. For a while, SmackDown was taped. It was taped on Tuesday. It became on Thursday. Yep. That's why, if you heard that, we get Triple. We was something because Triple H didn't want to work Tuesday or something like that. Yeah.
Cole and Taz's commentary is remembered fondly during this period, and both greatly credit Heyman for making them better announcers.
The competition is better on SmackDown.
Explain a lot about why the mystery for that Michael to the SmackDown to the later on Michael to the Michael we have now. All because somebody was in his ear, they had no business in his ear, and that was Vince McMahon. So that explains a lot right there.
We also got the best announced team in the business.
Unfortunately though, behind the scenes, Paul had to fight a lot of battles. Battles he began to lose more and more. Heyman fought the top brass on everything, which annoyed the likes of Stephanie McMahon a great deal.
If you can't trust someone, you can't be in business with them.
Paul was ultimately removed from his position, and while SmackDown remained a decent show, it never recaptured the magic Heyman had. There's something special about letting the artist be the artist while a brilliant teacher like Paul guides them in the right direction. It's what made ECW special, and it's why the fans look back at Heyman's time in charge of SmackDown so fondly.
Chris, take another bite,
Yes. That was always gonna be gold with me right there. Yes, one of my favorite expected babyface Thugonomics Cena moment right there. Yes.
Eat it up.
Paul returned in 2002 as the agent for the company's hottest up-and-coming prospect, Brock Lesnar. Here, Heyman was able to transfer the heat he'd built up during the invasion to his new client, while at the same time acting as the mouthpiece and behind-the-scenes mentor to Lesnar.
And ladies and gentlemen, the next big thing is Brock Lesnar.
Just like with ECW, for Brock, it was all about showcasing his strengths and hiding his weaknesses. With Paul's help, Lesnar enjoyed one of the greatest rookie years of any wrestler ever. Brock had gotten over strong enough to where he was able to turn babyface and now feud with Heyman's new clients. All this was happening while Paul was also head writer of SmackDown.
Paul Heyman!
Oh my God. Paul Heyman! Oh my God!
Towards the end of his WWE run, Lesnar realigned with Heyman for a short time.
You're the greatest WWE champion of all time! This is your hometown!
But the two's most successful run together was still to come. After Brock made his return in 2012, the higher-ups tried to make him cut promos.
I'm not the same little naive farm boy.
The world got to witness firsthand Brock Lesnar bringing the pain.
However, Lesnar simply told them to hire Paul instead.
Paul,
say
say something stupid.
Yeah.
Heyman returned, and every time he spoke, he told us who he is and what his role was. It was a simple but key ingredient of such a great character. It's an introduction for new fans and something regular viewers can repeat.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. My name is Paul Heyman. My name is Paul Heyman. How stupid are you that I make fun of you and then what do? You say my name along with me. My name is Paul Heyman. My name is Paul Heyman. My name is Paul Heyman. And I am the advocate for the reigning, defending, undisputed WWE Heavyweight Champion of the world.
As the advocate for Brock, Heyman cut the best promos of his career. Lesnar was the prize fighter while Paul acted as the Don King style hype man promoter.
He who dies with the most street cred still dies. I got 2 words for you. Brock Lesnar!
However, he spoke with such eloquence and conviction, you almost believed every word he said, which says a lot about how good Heyman was given how much he lied throughout his career.
I hope you win! I mean, just an advocate! A Brock Lesnar advocate! And you told me to say everything! It was all Brock Lesnar! I always found it so much easier in life to lie. People accept lies so much easier. I have such an aversion to the truth because the truth is a lot harder pill to swallow.
But then again, he lied with so much charisma and persuasion that even if he screwed people over, they still loved him. As much as he lied, he also spoke many home truths and absolutes. No matter what, Heyman never missed on the mic.
For the most non-PG ass kicker of the PG era. Well, last night, The Undertaker was a loser. My client, Brock Lesnar, conquered the street. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Mike Lion Brock Lesnar conquered The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania. And I'm the one.
I gotta fuck around and relive that shit doing that showcase on 2K24.
Behind the one in 21-1. Eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. Did Triple H dispute me? No. Cena, Austin, I know I left out Andre because he's dead, stupid. You don't need to sell your soul to the devil. The devil sold his soul to me a long time ago. You can sell your soul to the devil, but your ass belongs to Brock Lesnar. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the conqueror, my
Lord.
Hey, kids, there is no Santa Claus. The Easter Bunny is a fable. That yellow stream running down your leg was not pineapple juice.
Paul's second run with Brock can be epitomized with the catchphrase, "That's not a prediction, it's a spoiler." Heyman regularly said this in the run-up to Lesnar's matches. It turned out to be more than just an iconic line, since the majority of times it was said, Brock in fact came away with the win.
Now that's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Brock Lesnar's going to get rid of Kofi Kingston. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a prediction. It's a spoiler.
And I told you it wasn't a prediction. It's a spoiler, which means it was the truth. I haven't violated a spoiler since before WrestleMania 30.
As the advocate for Lesnar, we got to see Paul interact with a lot of other characters, which made for great TV.
But I do have something for Stephanie. You know,
Never learn.
You want to see your husband fight Brock
Oh,
Lesnar?
yeah.
You got it! It's time!
That whole segment was awesome right there. That whole segment was awesome.
You and Brock at SummerSlam!
That is suspect. Man.
Come on, get out of the way, I'm sorry!
Oh yeah, we set up Shawn Michaels for Brock.
You need to get out of the way.
I told you I was gonna get you!
Yep.
Figure 4 time! Figure 4 on the walls! I didn't know it was possible!
We're about to be threatened by The Undertaker's baby brother
Oh!
to pay my client Brock Lesnar's most reasonable fine.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
1, that your son will call Brock Lesnar Daddy. You'll never see Brock Lesnar in a title match again. Mark my words, never. RKO.
Oh yeah! Oh, a favorite RKO's out of nowhere. And Oh,
CM Punk
CM
was
Punk,
one of the
okay.
wrestlers
Come
who
on, say, oh,
benefited
here we
most
go.
from Heyman's guidance. Without having Paul in his corner at OVW, Punk wouldn't have made it to the main shows, never mind the company as a whole. It speaks to how much Heyman thought of Punk, that during the December to Dismember debacle in 2006, Paul put his job on the line to champion what he believed in, which included pushing Punk to have a featured role on the pay-per-view.
Paul Heyman saw something in me. That's right, I'm a Paul Heyman guy. Paul Heyman refused to fire CM Punk.
So given the connection, it made sense to pair Heyman and Punk together after Paul returned in 2012. Interestingly, Heyman managed Punk and Brock together, but each of their presentations were drastically different. Paul played more of a background role for Punk, however Heyman's presence was still felt. From his facial expressions
CM Punk, every night he goes. And we got the Walrus, Paul Heyman out here to keep reminding him of it constantly.
to the way he held the WWE title.
I am the best in the world.
Paul remained the absolute pro we knew him to be, while with Punk, we also got to see Heyman interfere in matches and get physical.
Officials are still down. Punk, yes, dude, Heyman. Oh, Heyman. Heyman ran interference in CM Punk.
Paul ended up turning on Punk in a feud that started off very well. Overall, it will be remembered for how entertaining Heyman was throughout it all.
Yeah, he
Even when
was.
things took a turn creatively, Paul remained the highlight.
Mr. Heyman, please.
Stay out of my personal life!
Yeah.
CM Punk, I still love you.
And for the first time in your life, Paul Heyman, you tell the truth.
Show me a hero, and I'll show you a coward that ran out of options. And now you're gonna feel my wrath. Do you understand me?
This is a his feud with Paul Heyman. CM Paul feud with Paul Heyman was low key go. It was low key go, man. It was underrated as fuck, for real. It was, yo. But Brock's feud with him was underrated as well too. But Punk's was underrated.
I fathered you!
Yeah.
I cared about you!
Leaving the Heyman to let go. The Punk's hanging on. Let go. The Walrus is blubbering.
This was cool. This was a cool feud.
John to daddy, Paulie.
Whooped his ass.
Because I am the voice of the voice
Yep.
of the voiceless. This is my pipe bomb about CM Punk. In 2005, WWE had no vision for you. And what did I do? I martyred my entire career for you.
By 2020, Heyman had built himself a first ballot Hall of Fame career, but little did we know he was about to embark on one of his greatest runs to date.
Yep.
As a special counsel to Roman Reigns, Heyman
boy.
played the loyal wise man. He played a key role in getting the previously polarizing Reigns over as a tribal heel.
It's not just a prediction.
Yep.
That's a spoiler.
This alliance with Reigns and Heyman.
Just when you thought I was out, he pulled me back in, pointing your accusatory fingers at me for corrupting him. It's him corrupting me.
Paul was also a pivotal piece in crafting the critically acclaimed Bloodline story. Heyman and the group sought to put together a body of work that would be compared to The Sopranos, Breaking Bad, and The Wire. A compelling, thrilling drama with cinematic storytelling and riveting villains.
Roman Reigns.
And with Heyman at the helm, there was no better man to act as the group's slimy businessman on screen.
Ding! Ding!
Plus he had history with Yano Eyes and was a respected real-life friend of the family.
Paul Heyman. Hey, you go way back with my family. That's why I got love for you, Oos.
Paul's story arc was enhanced greatly during this period, from washing his hands of Brock
Oh yeah,
Wide television every Friday night. Lesnar fears you. I'm under the impression he wouldn't dare show up at Extreme Rules. Not that Brock Lesnar's Roman Reigns. I mean, you beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. This is when Brock Lesnar usually takes 6 to 9 months off and leaves everybody else hanging, which is a life that you rescued me from, my tribal chief. Which is why I love you, my tribal chief.
Are you kidding me? And Roman Reigns with a Superman punch.
It was all Roman's idea to begin with. It was never my idea, but I love you. Oh my God!
To the unquestioned loyalty he showed towards Roman.
My tribal chief. I am the wise man.
Who's the main event around here?
Roman Reigns.
Biggest,
Wise man. Is my tribal chief?
The biggest tribal.
Who's the tribal chief? You are my tribal.
The biggest tribal ass kisser of them all. Right there.
Chief?
Do I gotta open my own doors now?
No. My apologies, my tribal chief.
Wise man,
Yes, my tribal chief.
is it not WrestleMania season?
It is WrestleMania season, my tribal chief. When it comes to Sami Zayn, it's better to have him in the castle pissing out than out of the castle pissing in.
Heyman worshipped the tribal chief and treated him as a godlike figure.
I acknowledge you, my tribal chief. We all acknowledge you, my tribal chief. The head of the table, the tribal chief, in God mode himself. It's a family celebration.
Wise man, you are family. I love you, Wise man.
I love you too, my tribal chief.
And I thank you for your honesty.
Let's be honest, the way you look at Roman Reigns, a little weird.
Paul demonstrated his loyalty in many ways,
Thank you,
not just
Sammy.
from the way he spoke
Thank
up
you,
his
Sammy.
wisdom to Reigns, but through the little things Heyman did, from the way he held a title, to his expert pass of the microphone,
Energy is palpable.
or when he called Roman on the phone.
Call Roman Reigns.
And this is trouble for Roman Reigns and the bloodline.
To his brilliant facial expressions in the background of promos or during matches.
I am gonna be the one to take him down. A remorseless.
Guys, stacked up. Ah! Oh, hey, but you know what happened later on that day.
Oh, God.
Fucking
Charlie.
Wait just a minute. Not so fast.
Despite not being the main focus of the scene, Heyman was always reacting.
Oh, yeah.
Cover it. Cover it, Edge. Do it, Edge. Miracles. Sammy's going to do it for the title.
Hold on. The little man woke up. Yep, been a long time see me daddy, Mo. Little man got a little fussy up there. Guess the show went off and anything, got a little fussy. Anyway, say hi. Hey. Got a little stick of the camera to keep his braids on. Of course, you got to play the keyboards. Anyway, you know, alright, well, it's Roman Reigns, so I got something to be positive about while I watch this part. Anyway, let's keep going.
Reigns kicked down.
Yeah.
We're good. Cody for the win. For the title. For the title. Oh my God.
It was this level of acting that helped make the Bloodline story so iconic, which further cemented Heyman as one of the industry's greatest characters.
How'd WrestleMania do without Roman Reigns last year? To my knowledge, it was the lowest attended WrestleMania of all time. ECW is dead, and I wish the same for Sami Zayn.
Whoa.
In my last conversation with your dad, he told me you were his favorite son. But Roman Reigns was the son he always wanted. My tribal chief, do you want your sons sitting at his table? No one has ever beaten this Roman Reigns.
Excuse me. Oh,
His
Acknowledge him.
He's been called a liar, a hustler, a genius, and a wise man. Paul Heyman is and has been all those things. It's what makes his story so special. He excelled wearing plenty of different hats across his time in the business, and his success allowed him to reach the top of the industry. When it's all said and done, Paul Heyman will be remembered as one of wrestling's most important figures. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check.
Yeah, I saw that one, but yep. There you have it, though. Now, this was good to watch because, you know, Paul's getting his flowers as he'll be inducted in the Hall of Fame along with numerous other members as well too. But other than that though, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you like my little special appearance from the little man here, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Join his life as a 1-year-old now. It'll soon to be. He's 13. 1 year and 13 months. But other than that, it's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.